I'm here in spirit. How you doing, dude?
I should probably unmute my microphone so that it actually picks up my introduction. That would probably be a good
Honestly,
thing.
that's honestly the best. The people want to hear your lovely voice.
Yes, I
You know,
know.
I'm gonna right now stop looking at laptop monitors. That's my computer
Community
monitors.
monitors.
I was like clicking through them, being like, this is wonderful. Look at these great Black Friday sales that are happening currently. But yeah, how you doing, David? How's your week been? How's everything
I'm
going?
doing good. Other than burning my fucking hand on the
Holy
weekend,
fuck! Oh, you're having a
I
big
I lit my hand literally on fire
How the
by accident.
fuck did you do that?
So I went over to my friend's house for like a Thanksgiving thing, and I had brought over a bunch of homemade potato soup, delicious,
Oh,
and I'm cooking it in a pot on the stove, and the pot is all metal, including the handles. So the handles got hot, obviously, because it's all metal. So like the whole thing's going to conduct heat. I don't know why any company makes a pot with all metal handles. To me, that doesn't make sense, because then you're going to need some way to
pick it up.
pick it up. So I asked my friend's wife at like, do you have anything that I can like grab the handles with? And she's like, oh yeah, no problem. Like here's like a towel or whatever, like a dish towel
No.
move the stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like I'd done that before, you just grab the towel and lift it up. What I didn't think about was that this towel had like tassel things on the end, right?
It's always the
Like
fucking
like
tassels.
frayed tassel, like on like a, I don't even know how to describe it, but
No, I know what you
just
mean.
like
Yeah,
loose
yeah.
things.
On the edges, yeah.
So I didn't. This is where learning experience, right? Turn off the burner before you move the pot. So I just grab it, thinking like, oh, okay, I'm fine. I'm just like lifting it off the thing and like quick to the sink, which is right next to me.
Yeah.
I pick it up and I move it, and the right hand side dips into the fire and lights those things on fire really quick. So it starts to go up, and I didn't realize. I'm like, oh man, it's like hot, because I'm like pouring it out, and I'm like, oh man, am I like getting burned by the steam? And I look down, and there's like flames going up my right hand. So like my right hand, you can see if you're watching the stream, like you can see the burn marks on my hand here.
Show me the. Holy, dude.
So
for the
not as
for the
bad as
listeners,
it could
bro
be.
is
Not
No,
as
no,
bad as it
he's-
could
he's-
be, but it's, like
Yeah.
I got pretty brutal blisters here on my one hand.
dude, that fucking sucks. Holy shit.
But lesson learned,
Lord,
turn off the burner before you move shit. That's
First
an
of all, I think-
amateur rookie mistake of thinking like I know what the fuck I'm doing in a kitchen. Never hurts to be safe.
Your house. Funny enough though, because I'm now working in like, of those who know, I have like cafe now. We open every sort of every couple of weeks a month. Will be open basically, or every few weeks in a month basically we'll open. But all of my kitchen safety lessons I've learned throughout like the last 30 years of my life are like slowly coming back to me, like in a way that I didn't expect. I'm doing things in the kitchen that like I'm like, oh yeah, this is like things I've learned while working in actual kitchens. Like for example, a couple of days ago, yesterday, there was a knife I saw where like the blade is on the table and the handle is like hanging off the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah, where you're gonna
And it's
spin around, knock it off. It's gonna land in your foot, and you're gonna have a quick trip to the hospital.
Yeah. It reminds me of that. Like I'm seeing things in the kitchen, tiny things that I'm like, man, this is so tiny that I get that like why people don't think about it, but my God, the sort of what do you call it? The cascading level of mistakes that can come from like a little mistake is insane. As you experience, like my God, dude, burning your hand off a towel is insane.
Yep.
Are you good now?
Yeah, I'm fine now. Yeah, like I dunked it in water for kind of like the rest of the night, kept it cool, and it blistered a bit, but like all things considered, the amount of blistering is like pretty low.
Yeah.
Considering how good it got me. Like it could have been considerably worse. So
Yeah, I assume the entire evening was a whole thing of like apologies going back and forward and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, kind of. Most of the people are like, "Are you okay? Is your hand okay?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Mm.
I'm fine." Like it's not. If I
Yeah,
was like,
I
if it was bad enough, I would let you know. Like if I needed to go to, the hospital or something, I would let you
yeah.
know. It's not
It's like
that bad.
bro, I have a beer in my hand. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Like
yes,
we're all gonna be
exactly.
just okay.
We're
Like don't
just
worry
gonna
about
be
it.
fine. So yeah, it is what it
That was your
is.
like it's like a Thanksgiving thing.
Yep.
Oh, how was Thanksgiving?
It was good.
Oh, and also happy Thanksgiving to
Yeah,
those who celebrate
happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. I was actually near where you are.
Oh no way, you are all
Yeah,
the way.
I was like maybe two or three stations away from you.
You know, you're right near me. That's
Yep.
insane.
Should have said
How was it?
something.
How'd you find? Nah, that's fine. Not bad. I wasn't even home. I was at the cafe. No,
Oh
we were
right.
there on.
It was the night.
It was Saturday, right?
Saturday night. Yeah.
What the fuck was I doing Saturday night?
Probably prepping.
No, I was prepping. I was cooking. We were cooking till late Saturday night as well.
There
My
you go.
gosh, yeah. We were doing like I think one of the cafe menu things that I wanted to bring out was like a nice like classic like beef stew. Oh,
Hmm.
David, I did like a nice traditional beef stew. It's such a pain to like prep and make and stuff, but like when you get it right, it's just so damn good. So like we put it on the menu, but my God, prepping like a beef stew is
Yeah.
it's a fucking
So
pain.
I learned this because prepping
Mm,
the soup to take to feed like 15, 20 people.
yeah,
Moving liquid is annoying.
don't do it. No, don't do it. Yeah. It's the worst. Yeah,
Moving liquid is annoying.
how did you move it? Did you get in a
So
big pot?
no, so we made it like kind of like the night before or a little bit
Yeah,
before, and
yeah.
then froze it all, and then brought it frozen, and
Ah,
then just put it in the pot on very low heat and just let it
and just left
slowly
it
de-thaw.
defrost. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty good. I mean, to be fair,
So
it's like a potato stew.
yeah,
There's
it's
no like.
pretty hearty, so it's
Mhm.
not an issue.
I wanted to do that with like stew. So I made like a very tiny test batch of stew, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna freeze it, and
Hmm.
then I'm gonna slowly defrost it, and then I'm gonna see like what the results are. Me like not thinking just decides, yeah, I'll just freeze like the stew how it is, should be
Mm.
grand. I'm not really thinking. Um, Next day I get up and I'm like, I just froze a stew that has like potatoes and vegetables in it. I'm a fucking idiot. Like these aren't blended, like big chunks as well. I'm like, I'm a fucking idiot. This is gonna be so bad. And I defrost it and I'm like, yeah, it's not good. Like it's bad. Like like for those who know, you can't freeze. Like freezing cooked potato, it turns out so bad when you defrost it.
Yeah, so
Um,
that was something I noticed is that like when I started to defrost it,
mm,
it went like speckled.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's just 'cause
like
it's
instantly.
starchy things. We'll do that.
Yeah. They're so bad at like freezing as well, especially with the soup itself. Especially if you're like thickening the soup with like starch from like the potatoes,
Mm.
you can ruin like the entire soup if you freeze it wrong or something. It's absolute insanity, but
Yep.
insane. But glad you had a great Thanksgiving. I forgot it was Thanksgiving until like a day
I mean, me
after.
too, because Canadian, so it's not the
Yeah,
same day.
British. Like it's a weird. It's a weird American holiday that I never really truly understood, but it's always fun to watch. Did you see the weird drama that was being circulated about like the whole Thanksgiving stuff going on? Where like so apparently in America every year
Hmm.
when families get together, I assume similar to Christmas, like the two political sides of the family will eventually like
Yeah, yeah.
getting to some kind of like Thanksgiving fight. In
Yes.
the UK, I assume in America as well, we only have Christmas, so we'll maybe have some of that at Christmas, but America gets like 2 rounds a year, so everyone was
Mm.
calling it like Thanksgiving Throwdown.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude, it was so people were saying things like, "Oh, if you fight with your family, make sure to live stream it so we can watch." And there's like live streams of people like arguing with their family on Thanksgiving. It's the funniest fucking thing. Holy shit!
Couldn't be me. I don't have that issue.
No,
No, not at all.
dude. See, that's how it should
Not
be,
at
dude.
all.
I don't want to see that. But yeah, it was good. It was really funny. I enjoyed watching that.
It's
But
good.
yeah,
It's
that's
good.
good. My week on the other hand, pretty chill. A lot of working, a lot of I would say prep. I would say, um, I'm trying to. I'm still like I'm based like I'm in the partnership program now on YouTube Thank fuck for that. That's like one massive sort of step down. So now,
Congratulations.
thank you.
That
Appreciate
happened
it.
during last week, right? That's not a
No, yeah.
old.
It happened like during last week. We like crossed the boundary I needed to get into the partnership program, and now I'm sort of like working my way up to like monetization finally. Dude, it is the most entertaining thing. Like, I think like finally, what's the word? It feels a little realer when you finally sort of do enter like the initial program.
Right. Yeah.
Then outside of that, I kind of like I kind of don't want to play any games or do anything outside of like working on YouTube things until I'm monetized. I'm close enough that spending like 10 hours playing a game I really want to play though, I think it's starting not to feel like a waste of time. It's feeling like I should be focusing on this thing that's so close rather than like the dopamine hit of playing just some fantastic games. It's like I also downloaded the new like Digimon Time Strangers game.
Time
Do we wanna-
Strangers. Okay, yes,
It's
Time Strangers
yeah,
is the
the
new
new
one. I was thinking of Cyber Sleuth, which is the one
God.
previous to that.
But I heard Cyber is also really, really good. But yeah,
It is.
these, like,
I like
games
Cyber Sleuth a lot. It's fun.
is it good?
Yeah, it's fun. I like
I
it.
wanna play. I might grab that as well. It sounds really, really fun. But yeah, these are like some games I desperately wanted to play, but I'm currently just like, all right, let me chill for a bit. Let me wait until I hit monetization, and then I'll sort of go back to it. So I normally don't have any really cool adventure stories of like dumb shit that I've done. But what I do have, David, what I do have for the chat and the listeners at home is because I am always researching fun stories, I'm now finding just the dumbest stories, like just like the stupidest stories. And I sit there, I have to go like, would this make an entire YouTube video? I'm like, no. I'm like, cool. It is now going to be a podcast topic for this
Okay,
week.
great.
So I bring to you a few of the most interesting, ridiculous stories I found while trying to research videos. David, some of these are kind of fucking brilliant, and some of these are fucking stupid. Hold on. I'm gonna send you a link to this one because this one is one of my favorite ones. So I'm gonna
And now that I have a second screen, I can just look at it and not
Look
have
at
it be
you.
on top of anything.
I can't wait till I get a second screen. Check the story out, David. It's the funniest fucking thing. So this story's like recent. This came out literally like October-ish time. It's on a website called Unseen Japan, and they have like a bunch of interesting stories and stuff about Japan, be it like politics and culture and blah blah blah. It kind of reminds me of Tokyo Weekender a little bit, only a little more. What's the word? I guess like untraditional or less like glossied up, I would say. But yeah. Anyway, so this article is basically like they were saying about how people really don't like AI translations in Japan, and how like
people
you know,
being
the
who?
whole-
The people traveling or the Japanese?
everyone.
Okay.
The people traveling and Japanese people in Japan do not like the whole AI translation tools. Like apparently they're really clunky and awkward. And if you remember, like a while ago, there was this thing called was it iTalki?
iTalki. Yeah. I think it is called iTalki.
Okay. Yeah, iTalki. For those who remember, it was this weird app where like you speak into it, and then you show it to the person, and then it translates what you're saying to the person. And on the surface, it makes perfect sense. You go into the app and you go, "Hi, where is the train station?" You put it to the person, it goes, "Konnichiwa, eki wa doko desu ka?" And then after that is the whole thing of people going, "Oh my god, wow, it works so well and it's so good." But in actuality, you have to talk into the app, show it to the person, it translates it. Then you have to change the settings from like Japanese to English, show it to them. Hopefully they talk into the app, so it translates it back into English, back to like.
Yeah, it's kind of a shit show of like this is playing telephone but with two different languages.
Yes. And when it first came out, I remember saying like this is really bad. It's going to be playing a really long game of telephone where what you actually want to say and the nuance of the conversation is never going to be properly translated to the listener. And this is terrible. It's the worst I've ever. And people loved it. They were grabbing it off the shelves. Apparently, it was a great little use for their trip to Japan. But it turns out, David, it's really bad. It's very
Of
clunky.
course. On the fly translation made by an AI is going to be dog shit. Like
Absolute dog shit.
we are not at the point where it's going to be better than just learning the language.
Oh,
Now,
dude,
I
hands down.
mean, is that kind of a big ask? Yeah,
Yeah,
probably. If you're like, hey, I need to talk to someone fluently, then yeah, sure, that's probably a big ask. Um, but if you need like to be like, hey, where's the toilet? Like, okay, AI could probably
yeah,
handle that.
sure, yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah. I think a really interesting part of the article was so the reason that it was being implemented in some stores in Japan, there was like some travelers were taking it abroad, but to look at like the local businesses, a lot of like businesses were like, hey, we're in like I don't know main area Tokyo, we're like a big izakaya in Shibuya,
Shibuya, yeah.
and we're getting a lot of like tourists coming in and foreigners coming in, and they want to like order from the menu and they want to like enjoy like a Japanese night out, but we can't
Mm.
communicate with these internationals, so they decided like, okay, cool, we're going to implement these AI translation apps. So hopefully, like,
Yeah.
smooth over some of these communication missteps we're having. But it turns out it's actually easier, David, just
Mm-hmm.
to point and gesture at shit.
Who would have thought?
It's easier to point and gesture at shit
Wow, it's
than it
almost
is to
like
use this.
just being a caveman is slightly more effective.
Dude, yeah. So I think a really good line was like, many travelers and merchants, however, say the technology is awkward, inaccurate, and not always useful when you need it most, which is true. Yeah. Um, I'm gonna read some of this. There's like one section of the article I really really like.
Yeah.
It's right at the beginning, and it's talking about like visitors coming to Japan using AI translation. Okay,
Mm.
and it says that I'm going to skim through a little bit, but it says like the impact of AI translations on the U.S. travelers abroad found that the majority of American tourists, so 51%, um, are solely using like AI translation tools and apps to communicate in the country. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
you have 51% of American tourists coming over using these translation apps. Brother, out of the 51% of the people who use the apps, 48% of the people said they said they found the apps were they found the apps made human interactions feel less personal. Shocker.
Wow. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Shocker. Others lamented, so like 44%, that there's a lack of eye contact while
Well,
having these
hang on. Whoa, I gotta pump the brakes on that one. That's just
What?
Japanese people.
That's just Japan.
That's just Japan. I like now I think like if I go to the convenience and I talk to the guy at the convenience store, I don't think
Yeah.
we even look at each other.
Oh, dude, no.
He doesn't look at me, I don't look at him, and that's the way I like it. I'm just like, hey, he's like, hey, do you need a bag? And I'm like, no, I'm good. And he's like, do you need to heat this up? And I'm like, I'm all right. And he's like, cool, the change is like $3.50. I'm like, sick, and I never see that man's face.
Do you know
Not a
what's crazy
once.
as well? Even now, because now, especially my companies have like the automatic like payment thingy now, right?
Mhm.
So I throw my money into a machine, the machine shoots the money out at
Yes,
me.
they,
I
they
don't
they hit a button and
They
they walk
hit a
away.
button. They hit a button, they walk away, dude.
They're not even physically present for me to look at.
Dude, for someone who's not been in Japan for a while, you're going to absolutely shit yourself when you see the state of convenience stores now. There is no interaction at all. Your interactions, then they'll come up to you and they'll go, "Hey, you paying for this? Yeah. Using cash?" And they go, "Yeah." And they go, "All right, click cash on the machine." And you click cash on the little touch panel in front of you, and then they leave you to deal with the machine. And if the machine makes a noise like it's struggling, they might come back, but they probably won't. They
Nope.
probably won't come back. That's it.
Yep.
That's the last you'll see of this man.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
I
true.
love it. It's
Like,
crazy.
I mean, it might seem weird, but that's just kind of the way it is. Anyway, sorry. Continue. I've
No,
sidetracked you on what you
no,
were
no,
saying
no,
there.
no, no, no. Perfectly good. And then, dude, you're gonna love this point. Then, 38% called it robotic and an unnatural experience.
Yeah, because
And only,
you're
yeah,
becoming a fucking robot.
yeah, because you are. You're allowing a robot to get between the conversation between you and another person.
Mm.
So out of like all of these things, only 24% didn't find the tech to be problematic. So everyone else was like, this tech is absolutely awful, just like the worst thing they've used. Which I agree. Um, I think when we're looking at communication in Japan, like funnily enough, I've said this before as well. It's not about learning fluent Japanese and coming over and being like some kind of language savant. It's literally just about grunts and pointing and like very basic communication will get you way further than you think it's going to get you. I think things like the AI translation tools, just terrible. Just, dude, they're the absolute worst.
Well, I mean, it's you're making something have more points of failure, right? Like this is
Yeah,
an
exactly.
engine,
Yeah.
this is an engineering concept, but
Mm,
like the more complicated you make a machine, the
mm,
more points that it can fail. It
mm-hmm.
a language works the exact same way. The more words and shit that you put into a sentence,
Yeah.
the more chances you have for it to be like misunderstood, right? Because like, oh, I
Yeah.
used the present perfect tense when I actually meant past perfect. Whoops, my
Oh
bad. And
no.
now it's like, you know, I played baseball instead of I play baseball, right? Something
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's stupid, but that's the case. Yeah, I'm N1 in grunt points. He and Sugoi. Yeah, exactly. Yes, I agree.
What's good as well is that I think there's little cultural, what's the word? I guess sort of like cultural language doesn't come into play when you've got like a weird AI robot translating shit for
No,
you,
that's true. Like
right?
well, AI robot will just make you speak Tokyo Ben or like what is
Oh,
considered to
yeah,
be
100%.
standard
Standard
Japanese.
English,
But like
standard
a lot
Japanese.
of good that will do when you're in Aomori
Oh,
or
fuck.
Osaka or like
You're
somewhere.
done.
I mean, it'll Osaka maybe you'll get by because it'll be like okay, I know what's going on here. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
if you're not and someone's just
You
like
mean,
talking into it, because like the eye talking thing specifically was
mm,
like a voice driven thing. There was no keyboard. It
yeah,
was literally just
no.
like it was like do you remember in like the 90s they had like those like replay voice recorders and you could like record like
Yes.
10 seconds on it and then you
I
could
have
like
one of
speed
those.
it up or slow it down.
Slow it down and shit.
It
Yeah,
is
I have one of those.
literally that but
Yeah.
expanded on to be like a translator, but like
Mm,
you don't have any way to edit what goes in, you don't have any way
no,
to like correct your English if
no,
it like mishears you. And the
no, you're
issue
fine.
is that like the problem with this kind of tech is that this tech has to be developed in a certain country. Now, the issue with that being that when it's developed in a specific country, the input language will be of whatever accent of English is in that country.
Dude,
So
so fucking true.
if it's
Yeah.
like California surfer dude in
Yeah.
California, that's gonna be the accent it recognizes the most. And
Didn't Siri have that exact same problem where like it couldn't understand people from like Northern Ireland and stuff in the
yes,
UK?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the
yeah, yeah, I
same thing.
remember this.
It's been this way forever. There's like I forget there's a game on like PlayStation 1 that was like voice activated and all of it was in English, but like the developers were Japanese. So they
So
were using what their pronunciation of the English words are. So when you're a native English speaker and you're trying to activate the things using the words, it didn't work.
yeah.
But if you put on a bad Japanese accent, it worked perfectly. It's the exact same type of
Wait,
situation.
are you telling me you have to be racist to win the game?
100%.
Game is so
That
basic.
is
Wait.
that is exactly what it is. I'll see if I can find the clip. I'll look up
Oh,
what it is,
dude.
but
What the actual? Wait, what is this game called? That is
I
the
don't
funniest
remember what
shit.
the fucking game it was.
Oh, dude, I love Japan. That's so funny. Fuck me, dude. No, you're not wrong though. I think with the amount of sort of points of failure that this brings in, it just doesn't make sense to why people actually use this in like in Japan. Even little things like I think even if the mic is like working well and you go to something like an izakaya and you're like, hey, I want to order, I don't know, you speak to the app and you're like, hey, I want to order some beers. It's gonna be so loud,
yeah.
right? In
Yeah.
the fucking izakaya in the middle of Tokyo, it's gonna be so fucking loud. It'd be easier for you to whip your phone out, type that shit into Google Translate, and just show them a thing. And then, you know what'd be
Oh,
easier than that?
100%.
Pointing to beer on the menu. Like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Point to beer, raise the amount of fingers of
Beer.
how much beer you want, done. Like, that's it.
Yeah. I have found the clip here that I will
me.
gladly play for everyone. For you audio listeners, I will try and work this in for you. But yeah, it's it's pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. Let me zip over here to the browser view, and I'll play it for you.
Testing, testing.
Try pronouncing the items written in the middle of the screen.
Oh, as you would. Well, use
Tutorial.
transceiver. Okay.
Hello. Hello.
How pronouncing it?
Bad.
What?
Oh, this
Hello.
is cool.
Bad.
Hero.
Bad.
Hello.
Hero.
Good. Now try the next one.
PlayStation.
Great. Now try the next one.
Lifeline.
Good. You have now learned the basics of operating the microphone.
But it's exactly that. It is literally exactly that.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Wait, they release this internationally?
I believe this game is called Lifeline. It's a PS2 game. I've never played it. I don't know it. It's made by Konami, but that is fucking fun. Yeah, like it's.
Dude.
But that is exactly what it reminds me of. It's like, you know, if that's the input that it had when you were making the AI or like the language learning like recognition model,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
accent it's gonna understand. And the second that someone isn't that accent, it's gonna be like, did you mean this?
That is
Like
the
even
funniest
now,
fucking
even
shit.
today, Siri doesn't work properly with some accents.
No.
Shit, Siri doesn't recognize what I say sometimes, and I'm a native English speaker.
Dude, I talk to Siri in an American accent. Otherwise,
You
it's
have
just
to.
not gonna understand what the fuck I'm talking about. Like legitimately, if I'm speaking like British, like I've just said the word like Siri like twice, nothing. If I speak in a like a American accent, it's like, oh, what's up, man? How can I help you, bro? And
Yeah.
I'm like, you fucking useless piece of shit, dude. Holy fuck.
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
little things like I was thinking how this would work in an actual situation, like the whole like talking to the application, like in an actual like situation. So like, if you're doing the whole pointing gesturing thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So if I walk to an izakaya and I'm like, I want 3 beers, the easy one to do, and I go, hey, I would like 3 beers, and they go, what? And I point to the beer and I go, oh, 3. They'll go, gang, 3 beers, job fucking done.
Yeah.
Even the other way, if I'm like messing with my phone to like type things out and I'm showing them like, hey, I would like 3 beers, you know, easy as well. Even if the answer is no, and I point to the beers and I'm like 3 beers, and it's just like a big cross, and I'm like, no
That
beer.
means no beer.
Makes sense. No beer. Guys, there's no beer. Let's get something else. However, if I'm now using this app where I'm talking to this thing, that I'm showing it to them, they are now like, okay, cool. I have to be polite. I'm now putting customer service hat back on.
Yep.
I'm talking into this thing. It's going to translate it. In this situation, let's go. We've got like a Nomi Hodai menu. You know, we've just somehow ordered one. And for those who don't know, a lot of Nomi Hodai menus don't come with beer. The base level never comes with beer.
Never.
Yeah, right.
That's how
You
they
go
make-
up
that's
to
how
like
they make the
level
money.
2, right? It's like 2 hours. Let me hold 2 hours. All you can drink, 1,000 yen. Oh, you want beer? 1,500, 2,000 per person. You know, it's whatever. I'll pay it. But anyway, if I'm in this restaurant, I go to the person and I'm talking to this app and I'm like, hello, 3 beers, please. And the app will translate to
3 bears,
Konnichiwa.
please.
Biru, mitsu, onegaishimasu. And it's like, oh, cool. Now, if I'm the Japanese staff, I'm going, oh man, they only have the poor person on Hodai. I have to let them know
Right.
they can't have beers. So what's the easiest, like, Keigo using a customer relation hat on way to do this? I know what I'll do. I'll say that one word, and it will translate in a way that they'll understand they can't have beers, and that word will be muzakashi.
Well, the thing is,
Oh,
too,
no.
is like, you know,
We've broken the system.
it's not going to be able to detect or understand Keigo either. Like,
No, it's
not really. Like,
Not at
because that's I don't think Keigo would be considered to be standard Japanese because, like,
No.
it's not, even though you're using, like, Moss form or whatever for
No.
verbs and shit. Like,
Cause that's kind of what I mean as well. Cause like
Yeah.
even like little things like when you're in a restaurant and they'll say to you stuff like, oh, kora muzakashi, like that'll be difficult. That'll be difficult isn't no. It just means it's difficult,
right, yeah.
right?
It'll be
So if you
difficult. We can
translate-
get it for you, but
Yeah, yeah, it'll be difficult. We can get it for you, but it'll be difficult. Like the app's gonna translate that to, oh, that's difficult. And if I'm a native speaker of English and I don't speak a word of Japanese and she's gone, oh, that's difficult. I'm gone, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
can you bring us 2 and then 1 later? Like, what do you? I don't get it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. what does difficult mean, right?
Mm.
In that context. I don't
Crossing
know.
your arms, just going no, just makes way more sense than using like a weird like sort of translation app. But you're right as well. I think Kaggle has the same problem. Kaggle's all about that whole like roundabout way of speaking to tell you that you're like a dickhead, you know? Like, that's what Kaggle is basically. How does a language app make sense of that? Because I can't make sense of that. Like I barely make sense of it, right?
Yeah, there was a video I saw, I think today, of like like the videos where you have to say like something into your phone to like get it to progress to the next level. It's got like a sliding thing. It's like a TikTok thing, I think, or whatever. And it's how to say like I'm sorry in each language. And the guy's like going through it, and then he gets to Japanese, and it's like
God.
it's like "Hontou watashi wa moshiwake gozaimasen deshita." Like it's just like a fucking like 20-word like apology, and I'm like, oh man, that is so fucking Japanese. It's not even funny.
Bro's cooked. Like, how do you translate "owabi oshimasu" or some shit? Like, what
Yes,
do you,
yeah.
like,
And I love it. He just like looks at it and he's like,
Huh?
"What the fuck is this?" He's like, "This is one word."
yeah.
Because the other ones are like, sorry,
Oh, dude.
sorry.
Yeah.
It's like, "Hontou ni moshiwake gozaimasen."
Oh, 本当にお目よく大変申し訳ございませんでした.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. How do I translate
Sorry.
that shit, dude? Stupid.
Yeah, all that in a
That's a
deep
good one.
bow. Yes, that is absolutely true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really weird when the app bowed. It really broke.
I
my
mean,
heart.
like it is that much easier, right? Just fucking point. Just point.
No, for real. Yeah, just point. It's so much easier.
If
Even things were like,
even I like if I'm thinking of the reverse, I would much rather someone like try and just be like, this okay. Like
Yeah.
to me, easy, right?
oh yeah,
I
makes
like
way more sense.
I'm not trying to like teach you English as we go, but yeah, it's just like yeah.
It's easier to feel that. I think if someone whipped out like a translation app while I was like doing my best, wait, think about it. No, yeah. If someone whipped out a translation app while I was doing my best to communicate in a language I don't speak, I'd be like, wow, you guys fucking suck. Like, you guys actually suck. Like, what the fuck? Like, if I'm like a native Japanese speaker and I speak a little bit of English, customers come in, I'm doing my best to communicate, and they go, no, fuck your efforts. Speaking to the shitty AI translator we have. I'm like, man, fuck this table, guys. You guys suck.
Yep.
I'm out here working my best because you guys don't speak the language and now you're whipping out translation apps.
Yep.
Get fucked, dude.
Yep.
No, it
Yep,
does.
I agree.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
true.
it does
But it's
make a
fun.
life a lot easier than playing around with your phone. Just communicate the best you can and then
It does.
deal with it.
It does. But it seems like a lot of like stores, like I think like 40% of stores in a certain area were using this app and they weren't really liking it. They were finding it like really clunky and like really sort of unusable almost. And then like the other percentage of stores were like, we're going the other direction. We're going with the whole if you can't speak Japanese,
Fuck off.
like,
Which, like, I hate that is a thing, but also it's like I kind of can understand because if your place is like, in a high traffic area and it's busy, right?
Yeah.
Having to deal with someone coming in who doesn't speak Japanese and who is like they're just gonna slow you down, just in general, right? Like it's not. I don't even think in that case, if that is the case, I don't feel like that is a targeted thing because it's just like straight across the board. Like, hey, if you don't know Japanese, this is going to be a fucking mess for you. So like, just don't come here. You're gonna have a bad time. I'm gonna have a bad time
gonna have a
serving
bad
you.
time.
Everyone's gonna have a bad time. It fucking sucks, right?
The stores that were basically like, yeah, we're just saying like no foreigners, but it's mostly because like we don't have the staff to deal with like internationals in this store.
Right.
And the concept of the stores, for example, it was like concept cafes, it was like hostess clubs occasionally were doing this as well. Certain cafes that have like really interesting systems that are really hard to explain. All of these locations were like, we've just had to deny service to internationals who can't speak Japanese because our systems are made at such that if you can't understand what you're getting into, having to explain to you at the end when all is said and done is too much of a hassle. And they were using like the apps to explain like, hey, the system is, I don't know, 1 hour is 1,000 yen. And then there's always extra charges.
Right.
But the internationals have thought, oh, it's 1 hour, 1,000 yen. There are some other charges, but generally everything else is included. So they've gone in thinking an hour is 1,000 yen. We can stay for like 2 hours, 2,000 yen. We'll get some drinks. We'll hang out. Good day. And that's not the case. And they leave with a fucking Ichiman bill. And they're like, oh, why is our bill Ichiman? It's like, well, because you bought 20 drinks for other clientele, or you bought
Yep.
stuff for like the hosts or whatever.
Or
Like,
you weren't
that's-
aware of what you were actually
Yeah.
buying, right?
And that's the issue. Though, like, it's too much of a hassle. Even things like concept cafes. Like the concept cafes were like, we charge per half an hour. Like, you can stay for as long as you like. But not only do we charge per half an hour, we don't tell you that it's been half an hour. Like, we're not like, hey, just so you know, you've been here for 3 hours.
Right.
You know, why would it? That's not our job to monitor your time. It's your job to monitor your time.
Mhm.
But they were like, there was enough internationals who came to the cafe, translation app in hand, yada yada yada, and then they would leave after 2 hours and be like, oh, why was I charged 1,500 yen per 30 minutes? And it's like, because that's the system. It's written on the menus. We told you that when you came in here, you
Mhm.
just didn't understand. And we guessed the translation app couldn't translate the nuance of what we were saying because, once again, it's a concept cafe. We're in character, whatever character that may be.
Right.
And the app just didn't understand that and was like, oh, she's saying you can stay here for as long as you like. You're like, great, guess I'll do that. And it's like, yeah, but you're paying for it though, my guy. Like that's the underlying messaging that you're not picking up on. But yeah, it's
Yep.
the same. I'm very much like, dude, I get it. Like certain cafes, certain areas, certain like stores that are like, hey, you can't come if you don't speak Japanese. Like for things like a soba store, I'm like, guys, you serve soba, shut the fuck up. But places that are like really difficult systems, I'm like, 100%
Yeah,
no,
like here's a
you can't
concept
do that.
cafe. There's like 3 different payment options, and they're only for like an hour. But then some of them
Yeah.
has this type of drink system, and then other ones it's like, oh, you got to pay an extra 400 yen, and then you'll get this. It's like, dude, this is
Fuck you.
fucking like, no.
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
no.
Even
you find that
even for I feel like
There
even
we go.
for us, I'm just
That's
like,
what I was gonna say.
I don't
Yeah.
want to fucking deal with that. This sucks
Don't deal
ass.
with
I
it.
just will not go.
It's hard as well. I think that there's been certain like Nobuya Hodai menus. I think when I was here for a year, and a year and a bit, it was an internationals. We were here for a while. We must have been here for like a year or a year and a half or something like that. We're going to like an izakaya, and I was there late. So I get there late, and I'm like ordering some beers. And the person's like, so I was like, and I asked like, do we have Nobuya Hodai? Everyone's like, yes. I'm like, gang, I'll take a beer. The beer comes out, gets to my table. I drink a beer. I'm like, sick. I'll take another one. You know. Great time. Get another beer. And the lady's like, oh, I don't think beer is on your Nomi Hodai like order. I'm like, these guys said we got Nomi Hodai. And she's like, no. You guys got the plan that doesn't have beer. And I'm like, thank God you told me this. Like
Because you've
thank
been
you for
buying
telling me.
600 yen beer the entire night.
Right? I bought one 600. It was like 700 yen, dude. I bought one like 700 yen beer. Then I was ordering another one, and then she was like, hold on, this guy came in late and she heard me speak Japanese and she was like, okay, hold on. Let me explain to this guy the situation. I don't think anyone's told him. And then I told the table, I was like, guys, you know our Nomi Hode plan has no beer, right? And everyone's like, no, we got the one with beer. And I'm like, we clearly didn't, because the woman is literally telling me now.
Telling you that you don't have it.
She's telling me right now we do not have it. So I think she knows what we have. She works here. Like, what the fuck, guys? Apparently, before I got there, everyone had ordered a round of beer. So I was
I
like,
mean,
yeah,
that's the
you
thing. Is like,
guys-
who am I going to trust? The person that works at the place or the person who can't speak Japanese?
Brother, you literate fucks with a Japanese person. Come on.
Yeah.
Take a hard
I
pill,
would
dude.
very, very much be like, okay, I'm going to figure this out for myself, and you guys can continue
Actually.
drinking your 700 yen beers.
I'm
Enjoy.
gonna leave because
Yeah.
this is gonna be really expensive, and I don't want to do.
I mean, that's probably actually more accurate. Is like, this is going to be a fucking nightmare for me.
Oh, dude, yeah. We've both been in that situation where like we're basically playing tour guide to a bunch of people who don't speak the language, and you do have to do a lot of like explaining.
Yeah.
And I think a big part that comes into the weird systems that Japan has is that you'll explain the system to a group. You'll be like, okay, here's the system, whatever the system may be. And there's always one or two people asking, oh, that's weird. Why is it like that? And it's like, I don't know. I don't work here, but that's the system.
It doesn't matter why it works like
Right?
that. That's what's happening.
That's what's happening. That system. Oh, can we do it another way? No, we can't. Because that will break Japan as a country. It will
Yep.
destroy the nation.
The fabric of
can't change it.
society will unravel before your eyes.
It will unravel before your tiny eyes. It will absolutely implode. So like there are these things where like you're explaining to people like, oh, that's just the system. nothing can be changed. You just have to deal with it. And eventually, after you double down enough, let them know that no, it can't be changed. They move on, you know. But having to explain that 3 or 4 times in English is hard enough. To try and do that in Japanese over an app, it's impossible.
Yeah, forget about it.
It's never gonna work. Like, forget about it. Like, legit, it's never gonna work. But yeah, this is a I don't know. With more internationals coming in, especially, there's definitely gonna be like a massive problem with I don't know. I think stores and restaurants and such, like dealing with like internationals, like how to actually like sort of communicate with them. I guess. Man, because apparently according to this article as well, there's a massive problem with like Japanese companies not being able to find bilingual speakers of like Japanese and English for like affordable rates. So a lot of them are just like, we don't know what the fuck to do. We don't know what to do. Like, we don't know what to do. Basically,
I can tell you what to do.
go on.
It's very easy.
Go on.
It's almost stupidly simple.
Go on.
Pay them the fucking money. You cheap
Pay them-
fucks.
Yes. Oh shit. Yeah. Fuck. You're not even wrong.
What
Holy
a
fuck.
novel idea of paying someone who has a marketable skill the money that they should be owed. Wow, what a
Dude.
concept.
Every time I look for jobs in Japan, I find myself running into a very interesting wall. And luckily, I'm in a career now that I really enjoy. I'm in a job that I like enough not to leave for a long time anyway. So I'm pretty set in my ways, you know. But I still have recruiters emailing me being like, "Hey, this new position has opened up. Do you want to throw your hat in the ring?" And the last one I saw was so interesting. I'm not gonna say the company, but I will say like what the job was basically. And it was like, we need a bilingual speaker, and you
Okay.
have to have 5 to 6 years experience doing basically what I do, like social media, marketing, creation, blah blah blah, planning, yada 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 yada. And I was
Yep.
like, cool, I have those things. He's like, it was like native Japanese, as always. They want a Japanese. I think they want a Japanese person, but they know they can't find a Japanese person, so they'll still have native Japanese on like the what they want for the employee. But as long as you speak enough Japanese, they're fine. So it was like native Japanese, fluent English, yada 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 yada. And I'm like, man, they're asking for a lot. They're asking for someone who's at least in the 30s, worked it for a while, has big experience in the industry. It's like almost like a senior position, kind of. Not in title, but in the workload you're doing is basic senior position. I get down to the salary, David. 340,000,
Yeah, that's not.
fuck off, which is
Yeah, that's the thing. It's always weird, like, for the amount of, like, jobs that have ridiculous amounts of, like, prereq skills, and they're just like, but we're gonna pay you slightly above minimum wage. It's like,
yeah.
no? How about no?
It was basically just over
How about that?
$2,200. $2,200 basically for what would be, because I've done this work before, what would be not only like occasional 10-hour days, it would also be like, hey, we need you to travel to Gunma for 2 weeks to do big projects. It would be stuff like that for like basically nothing. Ridiculous.
Yeah, no
But they do it all
thanks.
the time. They do it all the time. It's
I mean,
ridiculous.
I like money as much as the next guy, but, like,
100%.
there's a limit to how much I want slightly more than minimum wage. Just
Oh
gonna
yeah,
say
yeah,
it.
yeah. I'm not gonna sort of destroy all the free time I have for slightly
Slightly more
than
money.
minimum wage. It's like, oh yeah, I have no free time. All my weekends are completely trash. I'm stressed and I've got grey hairs and I'm having to bow every other minute, giving me major back problems. But man, that extra Niman really, really putting the work in on my gas bill. It's like,
Yep.
it's one less thing I got to worry about. But it's if they did pay their employees a bit more, I think a lot of companies wouldn't be really facing this problem. But that is a much bigger issue of like Japan not increasing their wages and their
Yeah, I
economy
mean,
being sluggish,
yeah,
yada, yada,
it's-
yada.
Man, that's lately that could be a whole entire episode in and of itself.
Eventually, it will be. I'm trying
Yep.
to see where this story.
Where
is
where
taking it.
does that story kind of end up, right?
I'm waiting for the current prime minister to do something.
She's making moves. She's trying to do something, but
She's doing some stuff. I wouldn't say they're the best things she's doing. I mean, there are certain things she's doing that I'm trying to wait to see sort of how they're going to conclude. I'm kind of like in support of some of
Yep.
these things against others, but generally, I kind of want to see what they implement, how they implement them before I like start jumping the gun.
yes,
I've seen too much on threads and Twitter of people being like, "Oh, the prime minister is making every single visa application costs 3 children.
Three,
and an
three,
adult, you
$3
know?
billion, and it's like that's
Yeah.
not what's happening, but
Sure.
okay.
I'm glad you got your engagement, I guess. Like,
Yeah,
seriously.
yeah. That typically is what it comes down to. Is people like, yep,
Absolutely
yep. We won't get into it. That'll be an entire thing.
Yeah.
I
I have a.
you have
Go on.
another story or another
do.
thing
I
to
have an
discuss? What's up?
I had one that oh man, it's it's a very I find a really interesting story because
Okay.
I'm kind of dude, it's hard to explain. I'm kind of on the side of the tourists for this one, and that's crazy.
Oh,
That's
okay.
I know,
This
right?
all right. This will be an interesting take.
Okay, here you go. I've sent you on
I'm
Discord. I'm kind
I'm
of on the side of the tourists, but the title of this article is Kyoto Ryokans stop serving traditional Japanese food that foreign tourists hate. And I'm kind
okay.
of like, yeah, stop. They're gross. Stop it. I don't want it. Like it's
So yeah, I mean like, okay.
yeah, no, right.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with the two. Well, okay, wait. So, what is the tourist position in
There we
this?
go.
That they want the
So
Japanese food, or they don't want the Japanese food?
don't want the Japanese food. So here's what's going on. Right? 'Cause
Okay.
I read this article like a few days ago, and I just found it. I found it really interesting. So basically, you have these traditional Japanese ryokans, the like 8th century bed and breakfast style places. You know,
Mm.
they're lovely. They're always in like really scenic locations. They look brilliant. Like, but these restaurants always have like what's it called kaiseki.
Mm.
They always have kaiseki. Now, don't get me wrong, I love a good kaiseki. I am always in the mood for a nice sit down, traditional, multi-course Japanese meal, you know? And a kaiseki normally has like a lot of like grilled fish, and it'll have like konyaku and tofu, and it'll have like
Mhm.
a little bit, maybe a little bit of sashimi on the plate, you know? And it'll come with like miso soup and a good thing of rice and some
Yep.
kind of small meat dish, and the flavors aren't overpowering. It's very sort of not bland, but kind of like very basic flavor profiles. You're
Yes.
looking at like
Yeah. It is.
those
It
and
is
chips.
very basic, bitch. Like that. That is
Yeah,
kind of Japanese cuisine in a nutshell.
yeah.
In
I
some
mean, yeah,
ways.
yeah. It is.
Like,
You know, it's kind of how it is.
I mean, okay, if you've never had like traditional actual like Japanese food, and I'm not being like, oh, you know, like what's traditional food, what's not, like, oh, sushi, like I'm not here to debate semantics with you, okay? So just shut up and listen and maybe you'll learn something.
It's a dad line.
Yeah. So I think in this case,
Mm.
it is perfectly okay to not want to eat kaiseki. However,
Yes. Go on.
why the fuck are you going to these places if you're going to complain about what they serve you? You knew what
you.
you were getting.
You've hit it. Mm-hmm.
Did you just like expect like, oh, I'm gonna get a continental eggs and bakey fucking breakfast from the traditional Japanese ryokan? No, you're not.
Idiots.
As far as Japanese like cooking is concerned, in most cases, people always call Japanese food bland. And I understand why they call it bland, because it is a cuisine that is primarily focused on like single ingredients, like bringing a single ingredient to the forefront and like making that the center of a dish. Now, the issue is that they're really bad at choosing what that ingredient is, because in the most times it's not great, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, like the main thing for this dish is oroshi daikon, and it's like, yeah, but have you ever considered that oroshi daikon is bad? And that thought had never crossed anyone's mind, because they're like, no, but this is traditional. That's the way it is. It's fine. I understand why it is the way it is, but I think, honestly, you should just, one, shut up and eat it, or two, go somewhere else, or ultimately, three, what the ryokans are doing, realizing nobody likes that shit. Not even some of the Japanese, I imagine, that stay there like that shit. So just give a breakfast everyone can enjoy. It is that
Dude,
simple.
what I find super interesting, like a lot of these like ryokans, I think there's sort of two schools of thought it seems with these ryokans. One is like we're just gonna stop serving food, end of story. No food for anyone. No one gets any food
And
anymore.
fine, that's an
You guys-
option. That is 100%
Right?
an option, right? Like
I was
you're
like, perfect,
that sounds
right?
good
It's
because
easy.
then that takes the pressure off me and I got to go, "Hey, I got to go find food elsewhere." Cool.
100%. So like a lot of them, so some of these ryokans are basically like, hey, we're not doing food anymore because I think a lot of these ryokans, 90% of their clientele is now international tourists. 90
Yeah, of
fucking
course.
percent, right?
Of course.
So 90% of your clientele are international tourists, dude. Fuck it. If they're not enjoying the kaiseki, if they're not liking the traditional Japanese breakfasts and dinners and such, just stop selling. Who fucking cares? You can make you can make the same amount of money, probably more money, because you're not gonna have as much money on like food waste, right? It just makes more sense. So like, instead of offering meals, they're going like, hey, if you need dinner in the area, you can come down to like the lobby, and we will pick up the phone and we will book you a place you can have dinner.
Mm.
We as the restaurant will book you a place you can have dinner. We'll order you a taxi that will take you there, and a taxi that can take you home if that's what you want. And brilliant, excellent. 90% of your clientele is now international tourists coming to Japan. They're not gonna know where to go. It makes perfect sense to have someone in the lobby just be like, "Hey, my entire job now is just booking y'all places to go and eat dinner." Sick.
Yep,
Perfect.
yep.
Great use of time.
Yep.
Great use of money and time. Brilliant.
I agree. It's like, you know, if I went to a ryokan and I got like their breakfast menu, right? At least like give me a choice between some things. Like if you want to do kaiseki, that's fine, but you should give me an out if I don't want kaiseki. Not only just for you, because it'll save you making food and then having it not be eaten, and then that's just like, you might as well throw money in the trash.
Oh yeah, seriously.
But like if I'm going to your ryokan and the only thing you serve at, you know, breakfast is neba neba don, then I'm kind of like, yeah, convenience store sounds great. And like that's not a fault of the ryokan like chefs necessarily.
No. Yeah.
But like if most of your clientele is foreign, you should cater at least somewhere toward that thing.
Yeah.
If you feel like, oh, it's breaking tradition, then just don't. Then just be like, okay, tough shit. Then you have to eat the cost. Like
yes,
like that's the reality. Either you go, it's tradition. This is what we serve. We served it for 100 years. We all serve it. That's the way it is. Fine, cool. Like I understand. Then it is what it is. But if you're not willing to change, you're kind of, you know, cutting off your nose to spite your face.
Yep. There's a really good line in this article where it says, the ryokan, which has been operating for more than 100 years, was worried that not offering food would betray its tradition. However, it's had to deal with so many people canceling food orders, disputing charges that the hassle has become more trouble than it was worth. And then the facility also like stopped making bentos or some shit. But you know, it's that vein of thought. Like, if the majority of customers don't want the traditional food being served, and the vast majority of them seem to be eating dinner one day in like a multiple day stay, and then requesting that staff not to give them food the next day,
right?
Just have an option where when people are booking for the ryokan, they can ask for like food to be included or not. I think a lot of them do have these like stay only plans with no meals. I have seen a lot of places doing it, but I think a lot of the really, really traditional, like 100 years we've been here places don't want to do that. And I don't understand why you wouldn't want to do that. It saves you money and hassle and just generally makes more sense, right?
Yep.
It's silly.
Yep, 100%.
I know. I'm kind of like on the side of international stay. I think when I was working with like creative for a while, we had to stay in a lot of like ryokans and stuff. And occasionally these ryokans, they weren't being featured in any video. It was just like the only place to stay in the area. And dude, I can't fucking... I don't eat breakfast. I drink. I have a cup of coffee. If I need to eat something, I'll have like a slice of toast and I'll call it a day. Anything more than that, I generally will feel sick in the morning. I hate eating in the I hate eating in the morning. Give me a coffee, leave me alone, and I'll start my day. That's all I need. When we stay in these ryokans, whenever there's breakfast, I'm always like, hey, can I not have breakfast? Can you do not make any breakfast for my room number? I will be sleeping. I have like drip packs of coffee in my
Mm-hmm.
suitcase that I'll be making in my room in the morning.
Yep.
I do not need breakfast. I remember the most annoying place I stayed. I said to them, "Hey, I don't need breakfast. We're working till really late. The previous day, we're working till like 3 a.m. And then I want to sleep until basically giddy giddy. We have to leave. I'll wake up, flask full of coffee. Gonna call it a day." Woman's like, "Sounds good. I understand. Cool, excellent." I'm like, "Excellent, wonderful." Why the fuck? And here's my other point. Why
Mm-hmm.
the fuck is she calling me at 6 o'clock in the fucking morning?
Yeah.
Multiple times. Multiple times calling me. "Hi, just confirming. You definitely don't want breakfast?" No. What? No, I've just got into sleep. Please stop calls me again. 6:30. "Hi, your breakfast is waiting at your assigned seat at the dinner place. Please come and eat it before 8 a.m." Before 8 a.m. Why the fuck is the breakfast is always served so damn early, David? What the fuck?
I mean, I kind of appreciate it, to be honest.
You're
Like,
wild. You're a wild man.
I'm up at 6 a.m. every day, so like,
You're a wild man. Okay. Dude, I'm the opposite. I'm like, yo, give me that breakfast up until 11. Up until 11, let me come and eat some of this breakfast. But like 5, I think there was one place that was like, you could ask for your breakfast at like
Mhm.
4 a.m. What?
Yep.
Like 4 a.m. you could get a breakfast like just waiting for you in like the breakfast hall. Fucking dude, absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. But yeah, I appreciate that. I think that there is that thing of like wanting to give like omotanashi, wanting to give that like really high level service, especially like international visitors. But I think a big part of that is knowing where to be flexible. If someone says they don't want breakfast, just don't give them breakfast.
yes, yeah.
It's and like I get it. It's the whole thing of like, oh, we got to make sure that they're fine. They've said no. They're big boys and girls. They're adults. Just leave them alone. Like they're gonna be okay. Fuck me, dude. Just confirming that you want to sleep by waking you up. No, literally,
Just confirming.
exactly.
You still want to sleep? You good?
Hi, just calling in. Are you still asleep? So you're wide awake now? Someone keeps calling you? That's awful. Anyway, breakfast. Calm down. We got 3 bowls of rice with your name on it. And also rice in the morning, dude. I don't want my sugar spiked at 6 a.m., bro. Come on. I don't need it. Fuck me, dude. But to finish off, I really enjoyed the story. To finish off, there are a few ryokans that I think have like cracked the system, like just like perfectly cracked the system, dude. So like, they've gone, all right, we want to stick to our traditional ryokan ways, right?
Yep.
We want to make sure we're doing that 100% omotanashi, making sure these guys are well fed, they've drank up well, they're gonna get to bed, wake up the next day, have a great old time in whatever city we're in. And they went, here's what we're gonna do. No more kaiseki. That's gone. No more kaiseki, no more soy sauce, no more grated daikon. We're doing fan favorites only. Sukiyaki, shabu shabu, sushi platters. That's what we're talking about.
Okay.
Is that not dude, how good is that?
Seems nice. I mean, I guess. Like,
Right.
I don't know. Like, personally,
Mhm.
I am a fan of never eating at the hotel. Just personally. Because when I'm traveling, I don't want to eat at the hotel. I want to eat at a local place for breakfast.
Yeah, I feel you. No, yeah.
Why would I want to, like, I've never understood this. Being like, oh yeah, I'll get the shitty continental breakfast at the. Why the fuck would you do that? You have like 50 fucking amazing places probably within 5 minutes of walking in Japan. Don't stay at the hotel to eat their shit breakfast. Sorry. Like,
Agreed.
has a hotel breakfast ever blown you away?
No, they're gross.
No, they suck. So
They always suck.
why
Yeah.
the fuck are you eating there? I don't.
The
Stop.
the only fucking okay, I remember this so well. the only time a hotel breakfast didn't blow me away per se, but I was like, yo, damn, y'all out here with good shit in the morning. Who's your chef? So like, I'm drinking the coffee they have, and I'm like, this coffee's really good. This coffee almost tastes too good to be in a hotel. What is going on here? And obviously, a little pastry, little coffee. That's a grand breakfast. So I grab like they have these really good pieces of bread, these big like thick like Japanese like milk bread.
Oh. Did I lose Jordan? Hello? You can hear me. I cannot hear you. So, something has gone wrong on your end. You were speaking fine up until a second ago.
You picking me up?
Now I am.
Hold on.
Hello. Yes. Hi. Now I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, what the? It appears that something fucked up. Test. Okay, there we go. Something apparently fucked up. My bad. I don't know what fucked up. Sorry.
It's all
that
good.
was weird. Oh god, troubleshooting. What a pain. Anyway, forgive me.
Something that didn't blow you away, but
Thank you. Sorry. Yeah. So didn't blow me away, but I was in this hotel, and I get the coffee. I'm thinking like, man, this coffee's like strangely good, like better than it should be for a hotel. This is weird. This is really weird. And I'm like, oh, this bread they have here as well looks generally good. Looks like it's not from a big factory. Delectable. This is insane. What's going on here? It was so surprising, David. I went to go talk to the lobby staff. I was like, lobby staff, the coffee you serve in that breakfast buffet, fantastic. The bread, amazing. They're like, wow, thanks. We always get compliments for that bread and that coffee. I'm like, wow, who's making this bread and coffee? She's like, oh no, it's not us. We get it from a local cafe. I'm like, you son of a bitch. What? You do what? She's like, yeah, the cafe brews us coffee in the morning and we just drive it over. And I'm like, how far away is this cafe? She's like, 3 minutes down the road. I'm like, you motherfuckers. You're stealing glory. Yeah, just stealing glory from the local That's insane. It was like the only time I've ever been like impressed by a hotel breakfast. It wasn't from the hotel.
Well, I mean, there you go. That's the exact point. It wasn't from the hotel.
That's the fucking point. Literally, fucking dog shit. Insane, dude. But yeah, I think to travel to an area and to get stuck in the hotel.
Yep.
It feels like a trap. The hotel wants to keep you stuck. The longer you stay in the confines of the hotel, the more money or whatever you're spending
they can get, right?
In the hotel, right? Yeah. Like the whole point of you traveling to a new area should be to explore and like, go crazy in said new area. Like imagine going to Hiroshima and not eating delicious Hiroshima yaki and instead you're eating like fucking hotel shit. What a waste.
Don't do that. Get out there.
Yeah,
like go find a place to eat in the morning. Like there's so many cafes and stuff that are open early.
Dude, yeah, you're right. Dude, honestly, morning cafes in Japan are absolutely crazy. They're the best stuff. Some of those do be overpriced, down towards. No, welcome down. Nice to see you again. No, 100%, dude. Especially nowadays, like hotels in Japan they've only gotten more expensive. And I think that does add to the problem because people are like, oh, I've spent X amount of dollars on a hotel. Right. I have to get my money's worth by also eating the breakfast. And it's like, don't. Go across the road. Go to the old man cafe. It's going to have like 100 yen coffees and free toast. Like, it's going to be sick. No, vibe so. Fully. But yeah, those are some stories I found interesting, David. I'm glad you enjoyed.
Well, I got one thing to bring here. It is a follow-up to last week's story
Hell yeah.
about the teachers in Kyoto going on strike.
Ooh.
They have successfully struck, I guess, like,
Wait,
and
what?
by that I mean that they have attained 3 of their 5 demands, or 2 of their
No
5
fucking
demands.
way.
So,
What do they get?
as of
fucking
November
way.
19,
Uh
the proposal they've decided to lift the strike,
huh.
and their Altia's written proposal, because, okay, just a refresher.
Go on.
The company Altia in Kyoto had reduced the monthly salary of ALTs in Kyoto, specifically 5 of them, from, I think it was 240,000 per month to 210, and they removed their bonus that was
Yes.
like 120,000 down to, it was like 6. I think it was like 180,000 actually. Like it was considerably
180.
higher, and then it went down to 6. Which is like, you can't live on that. Like especially in Kyoto. Kyoto is like a relatively expensive city.
Yeah.
And like there's
Very
no
expensive.
fucking way. So what has happened? Altia's written proposal to the ALTs is a basic salary of 240,000 per month. Effective today, as this goes out
What?
December 1st, effective
No
today,
way.
and a completion
Come
bonus at
on.
the end of the year of 120,000 yen.
Holy fuck, dude.
So they've managed to get less than minimum wage.
Yeah.
And that is the saddest part of this. But hey, it also, I think that in general, in general though, however, it does sound sad when you put it like that. However,
Yeah.
it does mean that this has set a standard now,
True. Yeah.
because
Good point.
you are not going to be able to push wages any lower. There's absolutely no way. If you're getting paid less than this, like, you should be on strike today.
Today, right now. Good point. There are actually still enough companies in Japan, I guess English dispatch companies, that are paying their teachers complete dog shit, where it would make sense to strike. You know how we were doing the whole, like, we only worked like 29.9 hour thing, but because our wages were so like early, like medial, it didn't really matter because it kind of balanced out because we did have a lot of free time. Apparently, that's slowly been changing, and the government has said they AOTs have to basically work full time and be paid for their like healthcare and what have you. But what it means is that they're still getting paid like shit wages, but now a lot of their wages are being garnished by like pension and healthcare and what have you. So they're technically getting paid a lot less than we were getting paid when we were working. Dude, fuck me.
So
I think it's time to strike.
I'll read just the short blurb here. So it says, after 3 rounds of collective bargaining with 0 meaningful responses, Altia Central refused to meet during the strike on November 14th, and the president's first appearance at the November 19th bargaining session, where he provided no sincere answers and only offered silence. The company has finally submitted a written proposal, which I outlined for the estimated take home of 240K. I would probably say the estimated take home is somewhere within the ballpark of 200 to 210.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Anyway, sorry. In light of this, the General Union has decided to lift the strike. This is undeniably a step forward, but our fight has only begun. Altia's written proposal includes the 240,000 per month effective today, and the bonus of 120,000. This is progress. However, 3 of our 5 demands were not addressed at all in bargaining. There is no justification, no explanation. They've simply been ignored. We can consider this proposal kind of an olive branch, but given Altia's long pattern of delay, silence, and last-minute action, we remain cautiously optimistic. Trust cannot be rebuilt overnight. The General Union will return to bargaining in good faith as long as Altia does the same. But if the company once again dodges questions, delays discussions, or refuses to address their remaining demands, we will not hesitate to restart the strike and file an unfair labor practice complaint with the Labor Commission. Then in bold, this proposal was not handed down by goodwill. It was won through the courage, solidarity, and determination of every member who spoke up, took action, and refused to accept exploitation as a normal cost of doing this job. True. As we
True.
move forward,
True.
we welcome Altia's proposal as a first step, but a single proposal does not erase the months of silence and avoidance we've endured. In the next round of negotiations, we expect real conversation, real transparency, and a real good faith bargaining. This fight is not limited to Kyoto. It has become a nationwide movement to improve working conditions of ALTs across Japan for our students or schools in the future of English education in Japan. We will continue moving forward. So, a lot of that, I'm like, okay, this just sounds like union,
Yeah, blah 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 blah. We're gonna keep working hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
rah rah, fight the man. Like it's
man, you fight the
it's
man.
yeah, it's a little bit of like kind of empty platitudes to keep people going, but like that's fine. I think that it is a important step in the fact that like now this sets a precedent, right?
A big one as well. Yeah, 100%. That's pretty insane.
Like if this is where the minimum is, if it ever goes below this, you should just strike.
Oh, yeah, instantly.
Ever.
Like instantly strike.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, what's the worst they will do to you?
Good point. Yeah, you can fire me. Yeah,
You're gonna fire me? You're already not paying me, so what's the fucking difference, right? So now the question is this, right? Their contract has to end sometime. How much do we want to bet these people are not getting their shit renewed, or Kyoto BOA does not rehire Altia coming next contract period? I would say very high. Almost
very high.
Almost guaranteed.
Almost yeah.
Because people in the English teaching sphere are fucking scumbags, and the only thing they care about is lining their own pockets.
Yeah.
Like, that's basically just the reality. Like, I would be surprised if 1 year from now, we do not hear them being like, yeah, I worked at Altia in Kyoto, and we striked, and then we got fired. Like,
We all got fired, yeah.
I would not be surprised.
Dude, I didn't think about that. Yeah, 100%. It's either going to be a situation of Altia just outright doesn't renew their contract, because once again, if you're an AOT, you're like what, a Hakken yearly contracted worker.
Correct. Right. They still have to provide a reason for you like being fired.
Yeah.
Because they have to. I learned this when they decided not to remove my contract from my last shitty job, and they legally have to provide you a legally binding reason as to why you're not being offered, because you have to be. If you do not fulfill any criteria that can have you be removed, legally you have to be offered another year's contract. Legally, you must. It is not a like maybe whatever. You must. If there's no like legitimate reason why you should be removed. Now, the issue becomes then is like, what does the company look at and go, well, what can I get you on in the most vaguest terms to get you out of there if I don't like you for whatever reason, right? So like, you have to be willing, if they dismiss you for something, you have to be willing to be like, hey, I'm going to go to the labor board and bring this up, and like, here's my evidence, right? Like, it's not hard if you know that you're on the way out. I think this is the mistake that my previous company may have made, or I think we probably could have got them pretty bad, is like, you let me know ahead of time that I was not getting my shit renewed. I had like multiple months where I can just build a case on you right from the computer I'm working from.
True.
Where I'm like, okay, I've copied my entire email inbox of the absolute harassment that you've sent me as a thing.
Shit, yeah.
Whoops. Yeah, like, and it's in writing. It's like, I'm not faking that. It's there. It's not hard to
right
find,
there, yeah.
right? So in this case of the Kyoto ALTs, they don't have that luxury, because it was just like, okay, we need to strike and do whatever we need to do. But again, it's like there's like a specific number, because there's like codes for like what you've been dismissed for, like what it's filed under or whatever, and it's always like extremely vague. You'd be like, oh, it was like dereliction of duty. It's like, what the fuck does that mean?
What does that mean?
You went to the bathroom 2 times a day instead of 1 time. Like, what? Like, what does that mean? Right?
Yeah.
So it is very strange, and the fact that you have to be offered a contract, you have to be, but they can just be like, no, I don't want you here, then it's like, okay. So it will be interested to see if these people are still around, or I would imagine if I'm them, this is what I'm doing. I realize my time here is numbered. More than likely, it is very limited. So what I'm going to do is immediately go, okay, I need to find another job. Like immediately.
Immediately.
Right? Like I would be looking every day. It's like, oh, I have free time after class. I'm looking for another job. I'm applying for another job. I'm skilling up. I'm doing whatever I need to do. Right? Like
I think if I'm in the union as well, I'm starting to build a case. I know my people are getting fired.
Right.
Next contract renewal, without a fucking
bit-
doubt. We have
yeah, 100%.
3
Basically.
months. Yeah, we have 3 months to
Yeah.
start building a contract. It's time to start building a case against them because, like, legitimately, like, they're not getting renewed. And the second they don't get renewed, that's when we jump. You know, that's when we start like with the heavier, like, sort of class action style shit. You know.
Yep.
Man, dude, that fucking sucks. I mean, I'm glad they got basically minimum wage, but man, what a shitty situation to put your teachers in.
Yeah, it's like the worst part is, right, is people are always laughing at Japan for having a less than stellar English ability, and
Yeah.
the reason is shit like this, right?
Yeah.
It's like
Basically.
it's race to the bottom. It's pay teachers as little as possible and then expect miracles to happen. It's like, make them into dancing monkeys and then, beat the dancing monkey and then wonder why the dancing monkey doesn't like you. Well, you put him in the monkey suit. What do you expect?
It reminds me of like when I stopped teaching initially. I think I've stopped teaching a few teaching jobs at this stage now, but like I think when I stopped working in, I guess, kindergarten especially, there was this whole thing of like the manager and the owner being like, "Oh man, the kids in the schools all loved you. They're gonna be so sad that you're leaving." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's your fault. Like, what the fuck? This is your fault."
That seems like a problem for them, because I would
Right?
like to stay, but you are making that difficult. It's not the kids who push me out.
No, it's literally you. Even think that there's a very funny situation I was in where I'm leaving. It's like my last day in one of the schools I'd spent a lot of time in, and the teachers, the parents, before like my last lesson, took a photo of me and like some of the kids that I'd work with like after school and these special after school programs. And the parent was like, "Oh, do you mind if my daughter stays in like the extra hour afterwards as well with one of the bigger kids, just to, like, because it's your last time here?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, that's fine, yada yada." And it was all a massive ploy basically, so the so the parents could run and get the photo they just took printed off to give to me as like a goodbye present. Lovely, absolute wonderful people. So they hand me this like letter. I've got like the Japanese Obachan company handler there with me from like the parent company, and she's basically there to kind of smooth over the situation. And if a normal teacher is leaving who doesn't speak Japanese, I guess she's there to like translate and stuff, So I'm saying my goodbyes. They hand me this present. I'm like, "Oh, thank you so much. It's not even been a year. I'm really sorry I'm leaving so soon. There's other things I have to do, yada yada." And the parents go, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. We heard that you were going back to England." I'm like, "What? Where am I going?" Like, "Yeah, the school said you were going back to you went to England, right?" And I'm like, "No." And the handler jumps. She's like, "Well, Jordan," I was like, "Wait, can you shut the fuck up?" I'm like, "Shut." I'm like, move." I'm talking to the parents. I was like, who told me about to English? She's like, "Oh yeah, that's what the company said." I'm like, "Nah, I'm moving jobs. I'm quitting because they wouldn't give me time off because I had to explain to them the situation." And apparently after I left, it must have been like after that contracted period, the school left the program because they were like, "Oh, we lost a really good teacher because you guys are fucking dog shit," and they just left the program. And I wonder if a similar thing is going to happen with Altio, with like the areas that they're currently working in, where good teachers are going to quit eventually, and it's gonna come down to, why have you quit? Are you going back to home country? No, I'm quitting because my company's dog shit, and they're doing illegal things with my salary.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's sad that like 90% of the time it just comes down to like what would probably amount to $300 to $400.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think a lot of teachers, you throw an extra $400 their way, they will stay in the company very happily. Like, it doesn't take a lot. to keep people in a comfortable position, you know? Man, this is ridiculous. Oh, Japan, when will you learn? Stop abusing your workers.
Yep. And these are the people who are like, oh, we want to limit the amount of humanities visas. We want to boot people out of the country for this, that. We want to, make it harder to naturalize. We want to increase all the fees. And it's like,
Damn, brother.
all right, like,
I go for it, dude.
if that's what you want to do, but I don't think this is going to work out the way you think it's going to work out, because this is it's not even that it's like a Band-Aid problem, but it's just like, this is not how you're going to solve. Well, first off, it's not a problem necessarily.
Yeah.
But this is not how you're going to solve the economy tanking like, a fucking rock. Like, you need to look long and hard and do the hard things that you're not willing to do. It's easier to point fingers and be like, yeah, I got elected again. Woo!
We didn't. We played to the fears of the people. Now we have 5 more years in power to fuck around.
And everyone's still poor.
Yeah. I was having a conversation a little while ago saying, I wonder how poor Japanese people need to get before
they realize, hey, these fuckers don't have our best interest at all in mind.
At heart. Yeah.
Hang on. Dad asks, would it be illegal for you to talk with the school behind the dispatch company's back to convince them to drop the company and hire you directly? No. I think we've said this before, but you should not have allegiance to anyone.
Yeah, basically. Nope. Second, if you could talk to the school directly and get hired directly, do it.
Yep.
Do it.
Like,
do it.
The issue then, right, is because like, oh, your company is going to pull your contract, right?
Oh yeah.
So then the school has the option to just be like, well, we can just hire anyone we want, provided they, meet the requirements. And if they're like, hey, that's you meet the requirements, then I guess you're hunky dory, right? Like, it's
basically,
it all depends on what your school wants to do, right? The reality of the situation is that in like 99.9% of cases, if all of the schools that got sent a dispatch teacher went, we like you, we want to hire you for direct hire, they would save significantly more money.
Oh, much money. Holy fuck, dude. Yeah.
But
insane amounts of money. It'd be insane. The entire system should change to that. It should be like, try the teacher for a year. If you like the teacher, take him. If you don't, get a new one.
So that is exactly how my company works. The one that I'm working at now.
That's good.
Like, my job specifically, they don't do direct hire at all. Just because that, like, the nature of whatever it is. But at previous schools that I've worked at with this company, I've talked to people and they're like, yeah, I worked for your company. And then at the end of 1 year at the school can make a decision, either directly hire you on and then pay like what is essentially a finder's fee to the company.
This company, yeah.
Or they don't hire you on and the company will put someone new in that position to see if you want, and then they'll shuffle whoever that is to some other place. Right?
That's the best system. That's such a good system. No?
That makes sense to me, right? Like, if your goal is to get people into schools, it behooves you to let people get into the schools, right?
Yeah.
And then it becomes a situation of like, okay, well, my school has direct hired multiple people from your company. If I need a substitute, I just go directly to you, because I know that you're going to send me people who aren't, brain dead.
If my teacher decides to leave for whatever reason, he's moved back to his home country or there's something else he's doing, we just give you another call.
Yep.
Let you know we're in the market for a new teacher. It makes so much more sense for having that system in place for every single dispatch company. Like, what, man? I was even talking a little while ago about how that system would be the best system. I didn't know that system existed until now. Brilliant. Oh, dude, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, current system of dispatch companies seems very pre-global internet. They made this system in the 1980s, dude. It was like some of the original people to work in this dispatch company system found this job via fucking newspaper clippings and shit. Like,
I mean, go back to the the episode with my cousin where he talks about
Oh,
coming
yeah.
to work here in like the late 90s, and he's like, yeah, I got it out of a personals ad or what, not a personals ad, but he's like, I got it out of the back of a newspaper and contacted the guy, and the next thing I knew, 2 months later, I'm on the airplane to Japan, and then living in the middle of nowhere in Matsumoto or wherever.
The funniest shit, dude. What a legend.
Yep.
But yeah, legitimately, so silly. But yeah, we'll come back to this. I think there's definitely going to be some very interesting changes in the international, like Japanese teaching dispatch company industry
Yep.
in the next few years, next few months, depending on how fucked up things go over the holidays. But
Yeah, we'll see. Like, who knows, right? Like, I would hope that because I imagine the renewals in March, because that's the start
Yeah,
of the
they're
school
March.
year.
yeah,
So if those ALTs are just like, okay, bye, then it's like,
later,
all right, but we'll see.
it'll be fun to watch. Anyway, David, any last thoughts or ideas?
No, I don't think so. Nothing comes to mind immediately, though. Like most things, the second that I hit stop, I'll be
Oh my
like,
God.
fuck.
Oh yeah, that. Fuck me, dude. Every fucking time. Yeah. I stopped recording. I'm like, wow, forgot about those things. Damn. Yeah.
No, I mean, when I have another project that I'm working on off the ground, I'll let you know about it when I know about it.
Excited for it. Very excited for it. I will also keep you all in the loop of things that I'm doing on the ground. I've got a couple of very interesting things coming up as well, but I think it's all going to be sort of in the new year, like 2026 January. There's some very interesting stuff I'm kind of building, but it's very much like this will take me another 2 months to set up.
Yep.
Classic.
That's kind of where
Japanese
I'm at.
workload nonsense. Yeah, I feel that. Brilliant, guys. I'm gonna let you guys go. It's 10:49 Japan time, and it's a
Yeah.
Monday, so I'm gonna love you
Work
and leave you.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll let you get to sleep. Now you gotta get up early tomorrow. I'll let you get to sleep.
I don't have to get up early. I'm gonna be playing games tonight. That's fine.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Nice. Bye, guys. I love you and leave you, and I'll see you guys in the next week or two.
Bye-bye.
Bye.